Welcome to episode 38 of At the Tavern.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Tyler. That's what the P stands on the shirt.
It's fucking Pirates, man. It's not Patrick's shirt. Christ, I know my name.
So we got quite a bit of stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, we do.
Long list on the agenda. Number one, there is a game out by us right now called Army Men Full Force in Effect. Go on Amazon, look that shit up. Literally just type in Army Men Full Force.
We forgot to introduce our guest.
Oh, sorry.
And here's our guest from some game studio that's totally left my mind right now because I'm an asshole and I have a million things going on. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Sure. My name's Jeff. I'm from Kinsoul Studios.
Cool. I'm excited. We'll be talking a little bit more to you in a minute, Jeff.
Sure. Thanks.
We'll go back to yelling at the viewers. Go on Amazon, search up Army Men Full Force in Effect. It's under his name and my name, and buy it. It's $1. I've tried to make that description. Fuck, it's $1. Buy it. But I guess Amazon wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheap, it's fun, it's
simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's really for anyone, especially if you want to get into like mini wargaming. Easy rules to learn. It's fucking $1. It'll maybe cost you $5 to get everything you need to play, instead of like 100 something, 200 something, thousands of dollars depending on what game you're playing, like Warhammer 40K, or a couple $100 like War Machine. So who knows? And it's great for anyone who played with Army Men as a child, and if you want to play a mini war game with your kids. So it's $1 again.
Yeah. Reiterate that again. It is $1. So next.
Well, we just released a press release. Well, Rule Zero Media just released a press release about a new game we're working on. It's called Terrestrial. It takes place about 15 years from now, set in an alternate timeline, not too much alternate, but regarding space travel and the solar system. Basically, we were able to colonize Mars and a bunch of other planetoids and shit in our solar system. And it's an RPG. It's going to be awesome. You can customize anything from your spaceship all the way down to your spacesuit and your environmental combat gear and things like that. So, and weapons, because customizing weapons, who doesn't like that? I want to shoot that guy at 600 meters. Let me grab my scope. Done. Bam. Guy dies. It's great. And space flight and travel, that's fun. And there's going to be added expansions on it, exploring the galaxy as is. But in the initial release of the core rulebook, it's just going to be the solar system. But trust me, there's going to be a shit ton of content. You're going to have a lot of fun playing it. Going on to that, we also announced Blood and Flesh, Steps and Stumbles. We talked about that last week.
Steps and Stumbles on Kickstarter?
No, that's in 50 days. Prototypes are being made and sent out to everyone to play. It's going to be great. Let's see. Is there anything else I'm missing?
No.
No?
Nope.
That's it?
0. Check out our media site. It's being updated regularly. We're going to have new content in here soon.
There's already like 6 things new content.
There's a whole bunch of new content. We're going to try to release stuff a bunch of times a week. That's all I can say. So keep an eye out there.
We have some reviews coming out. Pixel Glory or whatever. Easy, fun, fast game. Takes you 10 minutes to play it. We also have some book reviews from some high fantasy stuff and that we've been reading. May or may not have to do with the top secret game we're working on.
What was that about the top secret game you said?
Nothing. That's a fucking word. Let me look to see which ones are coming out. I'll tell you. Posts. All posts.
We're in works right now to bring a podcaster other than ourselves onto the Rule Zero Media label.
Yeah, actually, that's
Label?
been confirmed. We just have to do it.
We're working on flipping everything over. His name is Justin, also known as the Audio Avatar, and Odinus on some of his other social medias. But yeah, he'll be joining us. He'll be posting his own content, his own podcasts, talk shows, stuff like that. Still affiliated with us, but exclusively through us. So
Yeah, that and Trove review that's coming out.
we're gonna start twitching more.
Yeah, getting things back into the swing of shit. You know.
Yeah, now that we've got a game out, it's like we can start doing actual things again.
Yeah. By the way, you need to finish those templates so I can put them on the website.
Oh yeah.
So people can actually play the game.
Forgot about that. My bad.
It's all good.
I'll do that
After the show.
after the show. Sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
I totally forgot about that.
My bad.
Anyway, moving on. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. So give us a little background. Tell us about who you are, what kind of games you do, that kind of thing.
Well, we're from New York. All of our company is from the New York area, though half of us are split up. So some of us are in the Ithaca, New York area, if you know where that is, and the other two of us are in Utica type area. We're new to game making. I mean, the one that we're making now is our first one called Alchemia, Alkemia. But we've been working on that for like 2.5 years. So kind of new to the whole thing, but definitely learned a lot on the way. So it kind of started one day. We had a lot of game weekends. We'd play a whole shit ton of games, and I just remember us sitting there and someone, I don't remember who it was, but it was like, well, we play so many, why don't we make one? And we kind of laughed about it like a joke, and then I don't know, 2.5 years later, here we are. So
you've been playing games for a while then.
yes.
What got you started to gaming, and what kind of games did you start playing, and where are you at now?
Are you talking just like tabletop games or any games in general right now?
Any games that led you to the point you're at right now?
Well, I mean, I was big into computer games and video games of all types, mostly like RPGs, fantasies, MMOs, etc. Only got more into tabletop games. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I played like D&D and stuff like that when I was younger, so kind of was always into that sort of fantasy tabletop genre. And then a couple of years ago, I had just a couple of friends who had some more tabletop games that kind of that we play nowadays. I don't know exactly what the first one I played was. Probably got more into it. Played Betrayal of the House on the Hill. I don't know if you ever played that.
That's a good one.
Fun one. One of my favorites, Seasons. It's one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you played that one. I don't know. There's just a lot of them. But I kind of like, I don't know, for board games, I play anything from like Zen type to I like anything battle-y, or I like explorative types. What I'm thinking of. I don't know, kind of hard to explain. I like many different.
So tell us about the game you're making right now.
All right, again, well, it's called Alchemia, again, spelled Alkemia, and it is a resource management type game. One person who tested it at a convention, I believe it might have been TempleCon 2015, lovingly called it a resource management / strategic item crafting game. So it's a little bit like, if you had to kind of compare the two, it's kind of like if you mixed Settlers of Catan with, again, Seasons. I don't know if you played that. So there's elements of collecting reagents or things to make powerful items, kind of on this journey you're taking your character on. You can buy things, sell things. It's not really it's not really like a battle type game. No one can die in it. You're not really fighting each other. There's some more combative items where you're trying to mess with each other. But that's not a heavy aspect of the game. It's a little more, it's not cooperative there's some cooperative aspects, like you can barter for things and trade for things, but it's kind of doing your own thing, messing other people up if you want to. There's a lot of different aspects to it. It is a little more on the complex side for some games than people might have played, but we've had players of all different types play it. So we've had players that are huge into really like heavy games, and they report that it's enough, like it's deep enough and complex enough to keep them very interested, and there's a lot of strategy involved. But we had a lot of players that haven't played any sort of games like that, like just Monopoly or just your standard type of board games people grew up with, and they kind of get into that too and get really interested. So
Rad, man. Sounds rad. Do you guys have a prototype yet? Because you said you had it tested at TempleCon.
yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of prototypes around Kickstarter right now. We've tested with prototypes. I think we're a little beyond the prototype stage. I mean, the game is done pretty much, besides the art and some minor little things here and there. We have a few people reviewing it. It's being reviewed by, there's a new game company, a review company called Synergy Gaming. We're getting reviewed by Forensic Gameology. They haven't reviewed it yet, but there will be soon, and we should be getting one soon from the Married Gamers. I think that's the only ones we're getting that are reviewing us at the moment.
Cool. Yeah. So it's not just. So you said you guys are scattered out all over through New York.
Yeah.
Are you guys like within driving distance of each other?
Yes. I mean, not like day trip kind of thing. I mean, it could be day trip, but it's like about 2 hours apart. So we do a lot of work through Dropbox, through Facebook posts, through phone conversations, Skype conversations, kind of that kind of stuff. We do meet up, we do hang out, like we're friends and stuff, but we don't kind of see each other every day and work on it. We're hoping we get to that point at some point where we actually have a space where we both kind of live near and can work in. And we have, at the moment we have 2 to 3 artists on the game, all from New York, but in kind of different areas. So we're kind of a highly, Dropbox heavy company at the moment.
The magic of the 21st century. So.
Yeah.
Hey, so we got some breaking news right now. Battle Bards is actually going to be making custom music and sound effects for our Army Men game.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Some stuff. Just found out. That's tell everybody.
That's fantastic. So back over to Jeff. So Jeff, now that this game's you guys are in like the final wrap-up stages of this. What's next on the agenda for you guys? What kind of games are you looking to make? Where are you trying to expand on this one, or what are you looking to do?
Well, right now, our focus heavily is pushing our Kickstarter. Since it's our first game, it's kind of pushing and getting that backing and getting people interested in it. We got a lot of people interested at conventions and stuff, but we have to kind of push it a lot. So the focus at the moment, probably for the next couple of months, is just, obviously the next month is Kickstarter. We do have a couple other games in mind. Our game Alchemia, we have plans for kind of continuing it. The story, there is a really interesting, deep kind of backstory to the game that you can get in as much as you want, or you don't have to at all, which is cool. And so we have plans to kind of continue the series, at least 2 games, maybe 3. They'll be standalone, so you could play the second one if you wanted to without the first one and be fine. But if you played it, kind of as a series, you kind of get a whole picture of the story. We have that one, for example. You don't, just kind of just concepts. You haven't worked on it really at all. That one's supposed to be more like an actual co-op game. So we're planning to do some co-op games. Definitely some shorter games, like simpler kind of fun games. Because our game now is a little bit on the longer side. Not super long games you play, like I don't know the speed, but we have ones. Because for instance, we've only jotted down some like game ideas, like okay, we're done with our next, and they're just kind of vague ideas. Hopefully, we really want to bring people kind of interesting, like challenging gameplay, expands on kind of bring maybe new things as well. Probably stick heavily to the fantasy type. We also, serious side.
Jeff, you keep cutting out. Everything all right over there?
Stuff I like some sci-fi stuff. No, but
You keep cutting out a little bit.
sorry. Is it better now or?
Yeah, now we got you. Yeah. I'd like to comment. I see you also have a live studio audience in the shape of a cat.
Poking its head in and out of the pan.
We might have lost him.
Possibly.
We might have lost him.
Yes.
Still there?
We do have a cat.
I noticed him, he or she in one of the last shots. Yeah. So, do you have a target audience you're aiming for? Like with your games, or you plan to do like different target audiences and like kids, all that kind of stuff, or do you have like one target audience that you'd like to make for?
You were a question. I didn't hear it.
Oh, I said, do you have a target audience,
Sorry.
or do you like to do, or you plan on doing multiple target audiences?
Like a target audience.
We have a connection issue.
Target-
Pat, go depressurize the other side of the station.
Sorry. Again, you cut off on a word. Did you ask like what target population we're targeting? Like
What is your target audience? Do you have like a one
Age range, man, female,
or do you plan to
transsexual?
just kind of make games as they go?
Kind of just make them as they go. I mean, this one, I mean, not really kids, like little kids. Like this game that we make now is like 13 and up. Probably better for a little bit older than 13, but I don't see why someone who's that age couldn't play it. Males and female, we really try to just play for anyone who wants to play. It's not really targeted at like a male or female or any sort of like demographic necessarily. Like maybe an age range. I think we're definitely more teens and up end of the spectrum. Again, kind of people that probably play, because we play a lot of games, so the games we probably make are kind of be a little bit more on the complex side, at least for some of them. However, kind of making those games that may be interested to both like newer players and kind of more veteran players. Like I select our game now. We've had people that have never really played those types of tabletop games now who, though they may be a little lost at first because just a lot of mechanics they're not used to, they actually really enjoy it, want to come back. So in some way our game has almost sort of been kind of a gateway game, at least in our experience. I don't know, I think we're just kind of aiming wherever the game takes us is where it kind of takes us.
Cool. You got anything?
Play any RPGs?
Yeah, I love RPGs.
Which ones do you like?
I mean, kind of cliche. I like most of the Final Fantasy games. I like. Again, I'm a big MMO person, so I play like Guild Wars 2.
Fucking love.
I play too many. I mentioned. I like Persona series. I like a lot of stuff by Atlas.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been playing games since I was like 11. I'm 31 now, so I don't even. I just played some. I played a lot.
Do you play any pen and paper RPGs?
We played D&D for a while. I played when I was like 13 or 14, and then we started up a campaign a couple of years ago. We played for a good 5 years with like relatively the same people. I do like pen and paper games a lot. I haven't really got to play any recently, but would love to kind of start up again if I can find the people who want to play.
Well, we're gonna have one here in a couple months, ready to go for playtesting and everything. And if you want, we'll send one over to you.
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
It's geared to be a simplified mechanic, so it's geared to a younger audience. So you might want to have whoever's your best storyteller be your DM in your group.
Yeah, we got a couple of those, so
Cool.
And then a couple months after that, we'll have a more adult-themed RPG coming out. And as always, pay homage to our Red Bull gods, keeping the energy going here
Cheers,
at
nice.
Spacewalker Studios.
You know. I just thought about this. If Red Bull ever wanted to sponsor this podcast, this show, we could open every show with, or open our every segment like that with, I drank Red Bull before they paid me to. Yeah. Anything else?
All right. So since you've played like D&D, this has to be pen and paper RPG only answers.
Okay.
What was your funniest death ever to happen, or craziest shit resulted in one of your party members dying, something like that?
Okay. Got probably a bunch of stories. One older one. Let's see. Probably one of the funnier ones. No one ended up dying, but so I actually missed with Magic Missile and broke the game. So it was a funny story. We were playing, and it was like, and I know a lot of people don't like 4th edition, but we were playing it for a while. We just got, kind of got something we got into, and I don't know if you've played 4th edition, but there's skill challenges, and they have kind of odd rules where you're like can't use certain things in them, even though you may want to. I don't remember. It was a couple years ago, but so I wanted to use Magic Missile, and I was begging the DM. I'm like, come on, let me use it. I just want to like try to hit this switch or something stupid. I don't remember what the exact scenario was, and he was like, no, you probably really can't. So I was like, well, come on, it kind of makes sense. Like, why can't I? And he's like, fine, I guess if you want. So being like kind of like shitty, I was like, well, it's really easy. So all I have to do is roll like a 3 to do it. How about that? And the DM's like, yeah, that's fine. Just roll a 3. So of course I rolled a 2, and which is impossible. I think we had this is a really long time ago. So had a party that died by turning almost entirely into rubies or some sort of gem, I think. Wherever there were rubies, it was some sort of like curse where the person who like touched the thing like also turned into a ruby. So someone went to go and save them, and they turned into one, and then eventually it's like a whole party died by like turning into rubies. So it was super epic fail by all of us turning into.
Did you do the appropriate burial thing and turn them all into jewelry and become like the biggest jewelry tycoon of the land?
I think I was also dead at that point.
Oh,
I'm sure someone did at some point.
somebody found your cursed rubies and made jewelry out of it.
I mean, probably the Magic Missile was probably the funniest just because it shouldn't have happened. I probably should just got my mouth shut. But I tend to, when I play D&D, I tend to ask a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I think this will work. Is there any other one? Sorry, I'm talking to someone else.
I don't think so.
We probably have a good 5 or 6.
Is there a member of the studio there with you?
Yes, he just got back. If he wants to say hi, I don't know. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Who are you, mysterious voice?
Mysterious
Show yourself.
Show
Yeah,
myself.
that's Eric. That's number 2 of the studio. 2 out of 4.
Who does number 2 work for?
Exactly.
All right. So is there anything else you want to touch on, Jeff, that we haven't asked you about?
Let's see. That's about the game. I mean, really, I just, thanks for kind of talking to me. I know this kind of happened really quickly.
Fuck you,
And
son.
really,
Sorry. Not
Shut
you.
up!
no, it's
Sorry, continue, Jeff.
okay. Really just want to push our Kickstarter. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing we're doing right now. It just launched yesterday. Doing pretty well. I mean, for a little over 24 hours, we're almost at 10%. But we still got a long way to go. So if that sounds interesting to anyone, please check us out. Again, the name of the game is Alchemia. Well, I should be able to pronounce my own game. Alkemia. A lot of levels to pick from, like the usual Kickstarter fare. So hopefully some people listen it out.
We're just gonna put the link to your Kickstarter in the description of the video.
Sure.
I'll also blast that on Twitter too for you. Get more people, get more eyes on. So this is the part of the show where we talk about the news from the week and the week before, maybe.
And the week before.
So feel free to jump in whenever either you or mysterious voice number 2 they would like to comment on something.
Okay.
To start with, Gale Force 9 is now going to make Doctor Who board games. That's a big thing out there for people who are Doctor Who fans, which is whenever you go somewhere, you're bound to run into one. Gale Force 9 makes quality.
I'll play it. I mean,
one. Fuck. Another fucking Who fan. Get out of here.
I like Doctor Who. I will admit I'm not a Whovian, but I do like the show. I'm not obsessed with the show.
I'm not obsessed either, but you Whovians, I'm gonna skull fuck you with a sonic screwdriver.
Gale Force 9 makes quality stuff. I'm excited to see what kind of games they come out with, especially since it's not Fantasy Flight. It won't be ridiculously hard to learn. So that'll be nice. Next on, let's save that one for last.
New Star Wars trailer. It's bonerific. Like, oh my god.
I'm excited.
We
need to get tickets for that.
Yeah, we do.
Like the full 6 movies before.
Yes.
And Colin even said he was in. Skylar said he was in.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to get drunk to endure episode 1, 2, and 3. But after that, stumble off, take some Advil, and enjoy the rest of the trilogy, and then start the new trilogy. It's gonna be a great time.
Freaking rad!
And oh man, it's true, all of it. I was like, yeah, Han.
I'd like to add, his game is on the news site.
Oh, dude, your game's on Tabletop Gaming News. Come on, man.
What is it on? I saw on something. I didn't know what it was.
Tabletop Gaming News. It's our news source, man.
Really?
You're on there. Congratulations.
I'm just gonna read the short little blurb they wrote about you guys.
What is it? Tabletop? What? I don't even know. I don't even know that we're on there. So.
TabletopGamingNews.com, man. Pull it up. Show your friends.
Since gaming is what the author says. Since gaming is my day job, I find myself considering my hobbies to be stuff other than gaming. As many of you know, I like to cook. I love trying out new recipes. Blah blah blah. Though I can't say I've ever come across the recipe for Destiny. Divinity, maybe, but not Destiny. Well, now I guess I can go on a quest for it in Alchemia, Destiny's Recipe, a new board game that is up on Kickstarter now. You're not actually playing a chef, you're an alchemist, and you're trying to create destiny. You're trying to create the crest of creation. The game's part resource management, part item synthesizing. There's a modular board, so no 2 games have to be the same, especially with the draft-style field creation. The game is part cooperative, part competitive, but only one character will be the first to make the crest of creation. Got 29 days left.
Yes. What? When was that written?
This was written
today or yesterday.
Today. This one out today.
Huh.
Congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you. That's a surprise. I mean, surprise to us. I didn't even know that was up there.
That's why we're here.
Yes. Thank you.
My pirate shirt on, not my Patrick shirt.
Get your Patrick shirt.
Shut up, Tyler. Today's lesson in physics: muzzle velocity when leaving the barrel. Because I have an MP5. Freeman's Mind, dude. I've been watching Freeman's Mind lately.
It's so good.
It's totally me.
So good.
It's totally me.
Fuck! I didn't realize I was that late.
Yeah.
If nobody has seen the old, I think it's like from 2000, like early 2000s.
2000, like
before the decade changed over.
Yeah, it was Machinima.
Machinima did Freeman's Mind, which is a voiceover, fantastic voiceover of Half-Life. I think it's Half-Life.
Half-Life 1 and 2.
1 and 2, and it's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Basically, if you want to know what goes on in my head when I'm at work, watch Freeman's Mind.
Yeah, Pat's an engineer, so it just kind of hits home really nicely. Moving on to the next game. This one looks really interesting. It's a game called Everyone Get the Fuck Out.
I like
Obviously,
that.
everyone get the fuck out.
By the bomb game.
The idea behind the game is that
Huh?
there's
Everyone knows about that game.
Dude.
the idea behind the game is that there's a party going on in your dorm, and it's sort of free-for-all for where people end up in the various rooms. So you got a final coming up, and you need to study. So you have to get all the partygoers out of your room and into someone else's. You do this by playing cards that make your room more nerdy and other rooms more fun. It's a screw your neighbor type quick playing game.
That sounds fun.
This is quite the party game. Oh man, the image has the image has cards called High-Dia, like Highghdia. There's one where you can pass a hookah onto somebody's room, so that looks really interesting. We'll have to get that. This is a little weird, but because it's a little late to the party. But Space Hulk is coming to PS3.
Oh, and while we're talking about, Warhammer 40K games coming to the PC, there's also the Inquisitor. Yeah, that's going to be a new RPG coming to the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, where you take on the role of the Inquisitor in the 40K galaxy. That's awesome. Maybe you can turn into a demon.
Perils of the Lord.
Yeah.
So apparently HR Games is developing a direct board game rip, and it's going to be available on PS3 later this month, which I imagine there'll be a PS4 version if this one does well. They're a little late to the party, I think, in my opinion.
Can't you play PS3 on PS4?
Can you?
Mm-hmm. I thought you could.
No. Maybe if it's like an arcade game.
Probably.
Who knows?
Let me download it.
Prohibited Press has released a...
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, I said I think you only can if you download, like if it's a game you can download on the PS4, but PS4 doesn't really backplay.
Well, then they're very late to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed the console you were looking for.
Wrong console, assholes.
Prohibited Press has released new War Machine and Hordes previews.
Fuck it.
I am so far removed from this game that we are so far removed. I'm speaking the what part of the royal eye do not get? This happens every week.
Well, I have to say it, Bruce.
There's a new Bone Jack, new Tharn solo, Scorn character unit, and a new UA that they are releasing. Yay! I wish I had time to play that game, but I don't. So, this.
But we do have time to play Army Men Full Force and Effect.
Because it's
available now on Amazon for $1. That is not Army Men Full Force and Effect. But anyways.
No, but we had to plug Red Bull in there.
Yep.
Always. There's a new game coming out called UFO Squad. This game uses the Song of set of rules. All right. And has a built-in campaign system, crossover minis, and has several sets of figures for the game. They say you can use any alien or other sci-fi minis you like. It looks like it's going to be a UFO, like really cartoony alien combat game with like super cartoony humans.
Wow, it looks like the fucking Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz.
Well, I don't think they're painted. And then this one's for Pat. Munchkin Steampunk is coming out.
Yeah, we covered that.
Ching, ching, ching.
Cash bucket drawer.
Game designed by Steve Jackson, illustrated by Phil Foglio. Whatever. Yeah. Buy our game. That's also news.
It's $1.
It's $1. Yeah, that's all the news we got. I don't know. How you feeling today? Doing well? Games out? More games in development?
Yeah, the templates will be available on rulezeromedia.com for the game.
I'm going to make those up right quick as soon as we close the show out.
They'll be up later tonight.
Yeah.
Just download the image, print it off, cut it out. You're good to go.
golden, you could say.
Absolutely.
All right. So, anything else you want to talk about? Yeah, anything on your mind? Pirates out of the World Series hunt. The Cubs aren't doing too well. The Ducks are playing like shit.
Yeah.
It's a rough time for sports teams that I like.
My Bengals are doing well.
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that? When did the Bengals go 6-0? The Colts are playing like crap. Although we do have Matt Hasselbeck playing backup quarterback right now. He's been doing pretty good. You know, if his hip doesn't break in the process.
Oh, some dude told me I looked like Aaron Rodgers today. No, I swear to God.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, dude, I was leaving the bank, and this guy was driving across in front of me. He looks at me like this, and he starts waving at me, and he's like, and I'm like, what's up? So I pull up, and I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, you look like Aaron Rodgers, dude. And he drives off. Thanks.
He's probably out of his mind.
Oh, yeah. He was totally lit. You could tell.
There's a drug problem in this town. Yeah. I don't know. What else we got? Talk about really? Yeah.
Hey, we have an ASIN for our book.
Yeah. Because you know how expensive. I would like to talk about some things we learned about in this process because I feel like we
People
always
need
ask
to know.
other people things. Buying an ISBN number is so expensive. It's like $100 for an ISBN number. That's so expensive.
That's
So Amazon gives our
ridiculous.
an Amazon version of whatever the identification number is. But $100 for an ISBN number.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Also, copyright paperwork is annoying.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot about yourself in the process. I'm sure, Jeff, you can comment on how annoying sometimes it can be. There's times where you're just staring at your screen like, what am I doing? And why is it not working? Like, Amazon prefers you to publish in EPUB format. Well, I designed our rulebook in Publisher and saved it as a PDF thinking that's how it was going to work. So when they transferred it over to the EPUB format, it screwed up all of the formatting that we worked so hard on.
Might rack your brain about that at some point. So
Yeah, I'm going to look into different things other than Microsoft Publisher for the next game we design. One that I can, design the Kindle version or whatever, because that's why they do the EPUB thing, is so they can have it in Kindle form, but they don't realize that putting it in Kindle form screws up all the formatting unless you format it specifically for the Kindle, which is more work than I get paid to do. So,
Yeah.
So go buy this game so that you can pay me to make games that don't look like shit. Right?
True.
Pay us. The royal me. Yeah. A lot of good things are coming out soon. We got some staff we're interviewing. Some big game designs.
All good things.
All good things. Making lots of friends.
Yeah, we are. It's ridiculous how.
Can we talk about the new thing we're going to do? The show thing we're thinking about going on? We got invited to do?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be on a podcast, somebody else's podcast, which is going to be rad.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have to do any of the work. It's so good.
Just have to sit here and talk.
Which we're really good at. Really good at it. What's the show? Tell them about it.
Let me pull it up. That's how much I know about it. Because I am way behind on things. Yeah, I woke up today and checked my phone, and I was like, oh, look, wow, just got invited to an awesome podcast. Come on, piece of junk.
How's the design process turn out for you, Jeff? How do you handle the stress and the annoyance and all that kind of thing?
Well, we all kind of, I would say we all focus on different things in our team. I'm kind of like media outreach, kind of HR person, kind of this made up position that we call art liaison. I kind of talk to the artists kind of historically. I like to think I'm more on the creative aspect, so I kind of like, so in our game, I make up the names of things, I did like the powers of things. I mean, we all kind of helped each other, yes, but so I don't know. I just kind of make stuff. I'm really good at making stuff up on the fly, so usually if I need to make something up, I'll just sit down and do it. And I kind of come up with a bunch of stuff at once, and then tweak it over time if it needs to be. I don't know how I handle this stress of it. I either just work through it because I have to, or I won't until I don't feel stressed about it. But usually I tend to really like that kind of stuff. Like if I have to make up, I'm really good at naming things. I'm really good at, I don't know, just like naming things. I'm good at that, as weird as it sounds. So if I get to do that, like I actually don't find that stressful. It's when I have to do the other stuff that I'm not particularly like, or that I don't really like as much. Anything that's to do with like numbers or figuring out mechanics, like that's not so much my thing. I mean, I help with it, but
It appears we have similar job positions.
huh?
And so it appears we have similar job positions.
Yeah.
I'm known as the Central Creative Chief.
I mean, trust me, don't get me wrong. It's not my team. Our team is creative, just in different ways. So, Mysterious Man number 2, Eric, he is really great. Yeah, he said hi again. He's really good at writing. So he's written the character bios, which usually is one of the first things that people love about our game, like character bios, the world story. He's done a lot of other stuff too, but that's kind of his claim to fame in our game. So everyone does something creative in their own way.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going on MFG Cast November 15th. You can find them on Twitter at MFGcast.
The better
MFGcast.com.
The better term there is we're invading the MFG podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody is ready for the amount of Red Bull that we're probably going to ingest that day. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm stoked.
So many. That's so great. Oh, it's gonna be good. Good time. It'd be great to just not do the work and just have to sit here and talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Just feel like whatever.
So, yeah. So that's our show, I think.
I think that's it, everybody.
Yeah.
Jeff, you got anything left?
I don't think so. I already kind of plugged myself, so looking forward to, if you really want to ship your tabletop, your pen and paper game to us, definitely want to play.
We will.
Yeah, we will, man.
We'll do that
We'll send it over to
ASAP. As soon as it is done, we will put you on the playtest list, and we will just copies for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So this has been episode 33 of At the Tavern. Here's all the fake money for everyone at home.
Hang tight, Jeff, when we close the show.
Buy our game.
Okay.